So now I'm gonna mix up my black and my white to make gray to go over the wings. So you need to decide whether you want your birds to be in front of this branch or behind this branch. I think I'm gonna go ahead and paint over the branch, that part of the branch, and just let the bird be in front. So see, you can see it behind here. You might hear my geese and my ducks in the background. They're excited because I let them out of their pen for the morning. We have to put the dog and the ducks and the geese out at different times because our dog is a hunting dog and he wants to eat the small duck. Okay, so this one now, let's see, so that it's in front of this branch but behind this branch, if that makes sense. And then I'll go ahead and do this little guy's tail while I'm down here. You might want to use a smaller brush. I have a little bit more control because I've been doing this for a long time, but the bigger the brush, the less control you have. So now I'm just going in here. And really a flat brush is easier to control probably with acrylics. I don't know why I've been picking up these round brushes lately. I guess I just enjoy the feeling of them, but for years I only used flat brushes, so certainly whatever brush feels most comfortable to you is the best brush, to be honest. Okay, so their little wings are done. I'm going to let those dry like we talked about. We're just going to go ahead and do as many coats as we need. I'll probably not do that in front of the camera just because that would be super boring for you. So I'm going to go ahead and push pause on the video and wait for these to dry, do as many coats as I feel like I need, and then we'll touch base again after those things are done. Okay, so we did all this and now we're gonna do the fun part. So this was the boring part, this was the filling stuff in, and now we're gonna go in and we're gonna use our own personalities. So one of the things that I think is really important as an artist and just as a human is to realize that God made each of us individuals, and it's okay to just completely have fun with our lives and to just show our individuality. So I'm going to take this pen, hopefully it works, otherwise I'm going to have to go get another one, and I'm just going to start going around my bird. I'm just going to start to make some fun designs because my birds are their own little wacky individuals, right? They're not just your average birds. These are fun birds. So this one's gonna have a flower on its head. I did go in and fill in all of the paint that needed to get filled in, and I put the eye and the beak in. Okay, so I'm going to continue to outline this bird, and then I'm going to go in and I'm just going to do fun little designs inside of this one's. And we're going to use whatever colors that we want, whatever colors kind of represent you, to make our birds. So you're going to use the same style that you used before with the flowers. You learned that in the first lesson. I'm going to go along the edge here of the wing. You might want to do some half flowers here and there, or You can do whatever you want. You could do some butterflies and some bees. I'm just going to do some circles too. Maybe some polka dots. But these are creative birds. They have their own little personalities. And then here I'm going to go ahead and make black feathers in this one, and I'm just using my pen the same way that you did on the first bird. I'm making some longer feathers as I go down this bird. The important thing here in this lesson that we're learning is to express your own individuality, and just to, even though life has its bumps, God's given you your own unique way to express your grief and to express the hard times, and He's given you the ability to work through that. That's inside of you already given. And through that, ability to work through your hurts and your pains, which I know a lot of you have, He allows you to use those hurts and pains in order to minister to other people. So he gives you the ability to work through those things with your own individual personality. And then the great thing about that is, as we have friends, we can come alongside of them and we can share in their hurts, and we can help them work through their hurts because we've been through hard times. So that's what these two little birds represent, is the way that we can just work through our issues with our own personality that God gave us and our own individual way, and deal with grief in our own way, and then we can move forward and we can help our friends and our family as they go through grief, or people that are put in our lives. And so friendships and relationships are so important and such an important part of grief. I'm going to give these guys some fun little eye shapes here. So that's something to really keep in mind is, you know, as you're going through these hard times, God wants you to be able to go in and help those that you love through their hard times in the future, and to find a way to give back. Because if you are just staying stagnant in those things, or not healing and not working through your issues and trying to find joy in your life, then you'll stay in that place, because happiness is really a choice. And as you choose to move forward in your life, and as you choose to find joy in the sadness, like I said, you will be able to go in and help those that you love through their sadness and spread that joy. And honestly, as you think about other people and you think about what they're going through, you stop thinking about your own sadness and you start to think about how to help others. And it's amazing what kind of depression or anything else goes away as you love those around you. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going in and doing some interesting shapes here. I'm doing, I guess these are kind of tear shapes or paisley shapes here. And swirls. Those of you who've done Zentangle, you'll probably have a really easy time with this, playing with these little birdies. Okay, so now I have my cigar box full of pencils, colored pencils. And I'm going to go in and start layering in color to my little birdies. So I'm going to start going into their bodies and put in different colors in these shapes that we created. So this color is a teal color, and I think I'm going to go in to the feathers and do some teal. I always work in circles with my colored pencils, so instead of straight up and down, I use little oval shapes. And as you want to make it darker, you push harder, and as you want to make it go lighter, you don't push as hard. So it kind of gives it more of a shading effect. And then you can go over the parts that you want to be darker a little bit more with your pencil as well. This is a little itty bitty pencil. You can tell I really use my supplies well. Okay, and then I think I'm going to go to the top of this wing and do a little bit of dark too, and then kind of shade down. So lighter, it's kind of, I let that gray show through the center here, and then the darker I'm putting at the bottom and the top to give it some dimension. Can you see that? Let's see. And then I'm going to go in with a different color.
Oh, I don't want to wake up next to anyone but you. I don't want to wake up next to anyone but you. Let the sun come up and make tomorrow new. 'Cause I don't want to wake up next to anyone but you. Oh, I don't want to hold anyone's hands but yours. I don't want to hold anyone's hands but yours. Whether folded to pray or broken on the floor. Oh, I don't want to hold anyone's hands but yours. Hold